I forgot to mute myself. That's one way to say it. Anyways, hello and welcome, my fellow warriors. First, your favorite little halfling dragon, friends of some of my fellow adventurers, and protector of all. It's really great to see you guys. Today, tonight actually, here, we were going to interview somebody else, but we got a really special friend here named Fayden. And of course, basically, they're going to tell us a little bit about themselves and all. But yes, I will make a few announcements later on. But let's go ahead and introduce our guest. Can you hear me, Faden?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
All right. So, Faden, is it?
fayden32, or Fayden Lortos if you actually want the name of the character.
Fair, fair, fair. All right. Faden, sweetie, would you like to briefly introduce yourself and your background about your model and all, or your history?
Sure, I'm fayden32. I'm a werewolf shapeshifter that has gotten stuck in a gorilla body due to the radiation from space. Otherwise, I'm a villain headmaster, but as villains go, they normally flunk out due to their egos. And I run a space resort as a cover. And I take my viewers onto some R&R in my ship's holodecks when I do stream.
Okay, okay. Anything else?
Um, No, it's just actually kind of funny how I ended up getting the gorilla name because it was an old gamer tag, actually.
Oh?
Yeah, because the old gamer tag was Cosmic Gorilla, and I was the first one on the Xbox with that.
Hmm, nice. If you hear background noises, I do apologize. I'm just trying to organize a few things and all.
Yeah.
Okay. Number what are we on? Okay. I do have another question to ask you. What
Hmm.
inspired you to become a streamer?
I was watching two streamers and got motivated to do what they've done for me, to share their lives and time with others, and have fun with their people.
Hmm.
I was watching Rina Sajiko and Zine.
Okay. But yeah, for me, I had people say Iron Mouse, Markiplier, even though some are not VTubers, some are like face cam streamers, or others like VTubers like Iron Mouse, Zendaya, I think it was.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
Rina Sajiko is actually a VTuber.
mhm. But the one that's very popular and everything and such. But yeah,
Yeah.
but for
Well,
my
I never
sorry,
followed that.
but yeah, again, because some people basically they see popular streamers or kind of streamers, that's still learning the ropes and everything else, kind of ordeal. But yeah, and what do you have like? How would I word this? What is the most exciting project you're currently working on? Like, do you have any projects coming up? Is there anything you're working on that is happening soon or probably in the near future that you have planned?
The biggest project I'm working on right now is actually going through all of the Assassin's Creed series. Actually on the third game,
Okay.
or Assassin's Creed 3, I should say, not the third game, because it's more like the fifth.
Still, there's a lot of Assassin's Creed games if you think about it.
There is, but I'm going to go for most of the mainstay games. I'm not going to go on the side games or anything like that, and I do just like random things. But that's
Hmm.
my biggest project right now, besides trying to get upgrades.
Okay, okay. For
And I
me,
may even start doing VR soon.
oh, I can't wait, honestly. All right. What else is there? Okay. Would you like to share or can you share any recent activities or milestone in your career as a streamer?
Well, right now I ended up getting some new emotes that came in, and just for achievements and milestones, I'm just glad to be back. Actually, I ended up having to take a small break because of family, well, more personal issues than family.
Hmm. Which is understandable because, we streamers do need to take a break and all. And welcome, such. if I put your name wrong, dude, I'm so sorry. I know you told me once, but I have to hear it a lot of times. Uh, Sajakura, I think it was. Saji? Okay. But yeah, again, like I said, people who is in the streamer community and everything, they do need to take some times and all. And Saji, if you want to ask some questions to the streamer, you're more than welcome to ask any questions you like, hon.
I'm more happy to answer as best I can.
Mhm. All right. Okay. What did you first start it as? Is the question.
Actually, I started off as just a random symbol on my Xbox. It's closer to a PNG tuber, but not quite.
Okay. Okay.
Um, then I went into PNG and I got a bunch of different little models to choose from now. This is just my
Okay.
base one.
Well, still, I think it fits you.
Yeah,
For me, I started out as just a voice in the past. And then later on, I became a PG, but it was just a single picture, just a PG. No reaction, no nothing. Again, it was still new to me and stuff. So I brought my character from Final Fantasy 14, and look how far we got.
totally understandable.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite impressive.
Yeah.
Looks
And
really cute.
hush.
I'm not afraid to give compliments where they're due.
I will bite you, monkey boy.
That's fine with me.
All right. How long have you been streaming for?
About since 2018, during September.
Wow.
Yeah. Um, I kind of just started kind of small time, but it's been fun, and I got like over about 400 followers now, and so I just kind of hang out and talk to people, and when they do come by, and I do stream for long periods of time.
Okay. For
I'm
myself,
really there as a hobby,
right.
so I
But do you
can
sit
do
as a
it to hang out with
job
people.
or just a hobby that you enjoy and everything?
Mainly a hobby because I do work a not an actual 9 to 5 job, but a full 9 hour job or 8 hour job,
Right.
full time everything. And I do this
Ugh.
to de stress, have fun, and hang out with the people. I
Right.
see it as a hobby. I wouldn't mind making it a career, but at the moment, it's just not in the cards.
Right. Which is understandable. All right. Let's see here. For myself, I've been streaming since God, uh February 11th in 2023, and then I became affiliated in 20 on the 27th of 2023 in a month. I'm like, wait, what? But
Isn't it
yeah,
crazy how time flies?
right. And I was just a follower. I made my count back in God, April 26th of 2015. I was just a follower back then. Seriously, my account is old. But
I didn't
yeah.
get into Twitch very much until I actually started streaming, so it was only a couple of months difference.
Yeah. I've been mostly watching some content creators like Markiplier on YouTube, actually.
Fair enough. Markiplier's a great guy.
Yeah, and you heard the news, didn't you?
Not about his recent stuff.
That he's married now?
Oh man, congratulations. That's
Mhm.
awesome to hear.
Yeah. It seems like the old gang of Markiplier and PewDiePie and everybody else, are getting married and having kids, all that.
That's how life is.
Mhm.
It'd
All
be
right.
fun to actually hear Jack getting married too.
Right, right.
Yeah.
PewDiePie's married, Markiplier's married. Anyways, before we lose track,
Of
uh,
course.
yeah, when I ask you who inspired you to be a streamer, let's just say a couple of streamers I met back in the end of 2023 in December, one in January, almost close to my birthday and all. they aspire to be a streamer and everything. And look what happened. Look how far I got.
Hell yeah.
Okay, here is a next question for you. What advice would you give to someone if basically what I'm saying is who wants to become a streamer? What would your advice be for them?
Honestly, just get motivated to do streams and just do it. Also, get used to your streaming program like Meld and OBS. Those things are the biggest milestones on how you actually stream. If you do it on a console, if you do it on a computer, it doesn't matter. And when it comes right down to it, you want to stream, you become a streamer. You get the motivation to do it.
Okay, okay. But yeah, for me, I would probably say start out something small, use your voice. And if they say, oh, what games shall I play and everything, I would say use the games you're comfortable with before you move to the big leagues. Just take it nice and slow, honestly.
That is true because, unfortunately for streaming, jumping up there and getting high in the ranks isn't actually the greatest idea. It's better to
Mm-mm.
go slow and at your own pace.
Right. But
You tend to lose
again,
yourself
yeah,
otherwise.
again, just try to get like a picture from Pit Crew or something you can make from like a video game character like 14 or from Soul Calibur 6. Customize your character like that. And then later on, if you find some people who are artists, not the AI artists are the ones who scam you kind of ordeal. But go for the ones that people mostly talk about the artwork and everything. Like, say, for example, for me, with my artwork and everything else, I basically mention like a few people like Shadowstar Arts. They're amazing artists and everything. The other person who was Fallen Artitia, but basically she had a lot on her plate, but again, she's an amazing artist and all. And of course, Lampy, for those who are going to be at the debut, which is January the 4th and everything, basically, he's the one who rigged my model and all. And I have to say, he did an amazing job rigging it, and honestly. But again, go with something small. Like for music wise, try to find something that is TOS friendly, you know, or something that can be copyrighted, but not in a bad way. But what do you think, Faden, from your point of view?
From my point of view, that's very accurate. When it comes down to it, you gotta get motivated to try and start small. Just keep going,
Right.
build your confidence, and keep going.
Mm-hmm. All right. All right. Next question. Would you like to share a memorable experience or story as being a streamer? Like, you know, anything you've been like that's memorable to you that you keep inside your head?
Sure. There's a couple of different things that end up coming up, but when it comes right down to it, collabs with friends have been a lot of fun. And one of them is glitches and fun with friends are always amazing. I was streaming with two others on Overcooked too, and was having fun throwing chocolate at another streamer named Fluffy. And I just kept throwing it over and over again. And with him trying to keep up and panting, cutting the chocolate for the whole recipe. And for some reason, it just made me
Ugh.
laugh really, really hard because he was just struggling. Going, and I will forever remember that.
Oh my goodness.
He was
Oh my
playing into it
goodness.
and I was throwing chocolate at him. It was great.
But yeah. Oh my goodness. I have so many memorables like that was funny and laughed and something I can remember. And it's just basically me and a few friends. We have sassy talks to each other. I've been called the emergency food, saying, and other people saying, "Ah, the car will start again." You know, but yeah,
I saw that tail. Of course, it's more emergency food.
no, it's not. And also, there is a command. If you do exclamation nibble, you get the count of how many times you guys nibble on my tail. But yeah. Uh all right. Next question. Uh hey! No nibbling on my tail.
Do
No,
it.
seriously, there is a command called exclamation nibble. Give me a second and I will do the thing.
So you're gonna nibble on your own tail?
No, I'm doing the command, Scooball.
Yeah, but then you're nibbling your own tail then.
I am not nibbling my tail. I'm just showing it. It says exclamation nibble. Yeah, I swear. What in the Green Acres am I gonna do with you guys? All right. Next question. What challenges have you faced in your streaming career and how did you overcome them?
Well, once at a time. Let's see. When it came down to it, it was the bots really,
Ugh.
and they've been challenging, and other than normal handling of people, it's just banning the ones that are toxic and the bots coming in and going crazy. Bot's been my kind of solve for that for the most part.
All right.
99% of the bots have been taken care of by Bot.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. But of course, you do need some mods on the sideline because some things Bot can get, cannot get, you know?
Which is very much true.
Yeah.
Um,
Ugh. But yeah, and the other thing is, of course, and this is true and all, and I'm not kidding about this. I do not nibble on my tail. I do not nibble on my tail. Okay.
hmm,
But yeah.
fair.
Goodness gracious. But there's again, I had one person that basically said, "Oh, Siri bot's taking my job." No, it's not. It's just mostly blocking out like the hate raids, spammer bots, scammers, you name it, saying, "If you want more views, click this link."
Clicks tail.
Hey, but you get what I'm saying, right?
hmm
But yeah. And of course, what other challenges have you faced? Because you already talked about the trolls, the bots, the scammers, all that kind of stuff, and SuriBot has been helpful.
It's
Uh,
just in general, playing games with other people. Sometimes I'll go ahead and do a big game,
mhm.
and then just other people coming in and being well, trolls, and there are people that target streamers,
Yeah,
so just handling them as well.
right.
But other than that, it's just the basic trauma you get from the day-to-day life, just put into the internet instead.
True, true.
You
But
kind of
the
can't get away from it.
right. But the other thing is too, of course, you get one of those stalkers ordeal. Ugh. And there's a reason behind it, chat. There's a reason behind why I did that little. Have you ever dealt with like a number one fanboy or fangirl that turns himself into a stalker kind of ordeal?
I had to deal with that before I became a streamer.
Ugh, I hate people like that. And especially with people who are like in their 30s, 40s or up that are still streamers or face cam streamers, you know?
Yes.
And we even have the younger ones that are like under 18 plus and all. And they're like, "Oh, I want to date you. You seem so nice." It's just like, dude, what? You know what I mean?
They have a term for that.
Yeah, but again, it's just they try to go for older people or some that has the deep voice. And they used to go for the avatar, like, "Oh my god, I have a crush on this, blah, 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 etcetera, XYZ," and everything. It's just, dude, it's just like, what the fuck?
That may be me, but it's not me type of deal.
Right. And of course, you're trying to deal with your life and ordeal. And you remember that one time what happened to Markiplier with that
Which
one?
one?
Basically, somebody stalked him badly that they found where he lived and all.
Oh yeah, he had to move.
Yeah. And did it happen again?
I think it happened 3 times.
Ugh. That's
Jack went with him one of the times,
yeah. Just to make sure he was okay and everything. And plus his friends that were in this neck of the woods.
like Lord Minion 777 and, I forget the other
Right.
guy right now.
hmm But yeah, and the other thing we do face as a challenge too, because even we tell our real friends and stuff like, hey, do not say XYZ name, say as this name that you see on stream and all. Nope.
It tends to slip up sometimes.
Yeah. And even if you tell them like about once or twice not to do it again, they don't listen, do they? It's like in one ear and out the other.
Well, it depends on the person, but yeah, I understand where you're coming from.
Yep.
It is very hard because people know you from one way, and they accidentally slip up because they're being comfortable.
Right, right. But yeah, it just the thing is with the community that you find and stuff with the challenge you face, you've got some people, who can help you and all. Others, it's kind of a I don't know, you know what I mean?
It's called parasocialism.
Right, right.
Yeah, and it's a very
Uh
difficult thing to handle when it comes at you. That is
yeah.
true.
Mhm. Cuz you don't know what you're going to get honestly, but there's a few bumps on the road, but with the friends and a few other people that we know and all, basically, the truth be told, that we just have to make our own path. It doesn't matter if it's in the bumpy path, the smooth path, twists and turns, doesn't matter. There's always the same path no matter what.
Yeah.
Mhm. Alright. We are on our last question, then we're gonna take a break, and, I know we only been going for about, what, 30 minutes, which isn't too bad. So, here's this next question for you. How do you stay motivated?
Well, I like to stream as a hobby, and I like the people who show up, and so it's a win-win for me. Now, life does get in the way sometimes, and I take a little break from time to time
Mhm.
to take care of myself. But
Right.
I'm always happy to come back.
That is fair, that is fair. And, of course, what else is there? Trying to think. But, yeah, to stay motivated on all that, and I'm not kidding about this, but, trying to think here. Come on, brain work. Right now, my brain's on dial-up, honestly.
I wonder how many people in chat actually know what dial-up is.
Right? Hey, King, how are you? And welcome.
Look at them
It's
tapping that table.
right? Yeah, it's basically I could hear that AOL dial-up in my head.
Oh yeah, the
Right? It's like, "What?"
well, last time I heard it, it didn't sound like that, girl. That sounds a little sus to me.
Dude, it's just how it was sounding and everything, okay? But, yeah, for motivation and stuff, I mostly even though I'm going through a bad day and everything, and I sometimes be like, "Okay, I'm gonna take a nap or draw something or whatever," but I stay motivated because I do streaming. I do it, like, for entertainment, I make people laugh, all that kinda stuff, and sometimes I tend to fluster people just for shits and giggles, just for shits and giggles. Some people will be like, "Oh, you're doing this for content." I'm like, "Nope, it's just for show. It's just for show," you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, and, of course, the thing is, well, people it's like I said, they're like, "Oh, okay," but half of them do care, half of them don't. and they think for what we do and stuff, different story. But again, I just do it to make people laugh. I do it to make them smile, all that kind of ordeal, you know?
I'm very much the same way.
Right. And some people need a little laugh and a little bit of excitement because for me, it mostly depends because, well, you've probably done this before. Usually, when you're going through a rough time and everything, then you're like, okay, I need to make people laugh. I need to make them smile. But when you're going through a tough time, you need to take care of yourself as well, too, you know?
Yes, I have gone through that quite often because when I get injured, I'll do the same thing.
Right.
And for me, when I start doing stuff like that, it's more or less I'm doing it because I'm having fun, and if I
Hmm.
get a smile, that's a bonus.
Right. And basically, when I do my charity events and such, and again, it makes me smile that people are donating a little bit. And I'm not like some people who would be mad and upset, like saying, oh, you donated this much. But no, if you're willing to donate, that's your choice decision. If you can't donate, that's fine. Because your support being here and everything, it's fine. That's it.
The fact that you're donating the time just to view the stream is
Mm-hmm.
more than we can ever ask for.
Right. Because the thing is, with the donations, I mostly do it for the Traverse Project or St. Jude's. And of course, when I had my donation go up there to get my model rig and everything else kind of ordeal, and basically people, they donate to my model, and I'm like, thank you so much or whatever. But when it comes to the charity event, I shut off my donation goals for myself to help others in need.
Yeah.
Mhm. And I always tell people this. I'm like, "Hey, we're doing XYZ at this charity event, and if you guys are not able to donate, you guys being here is good enough support for me and all. And that's it." Mhm.
Never donate more than you can give.
Right. If it's like $5, I appreciate that. If it's like $21, still I appreciate it. If it's like $1, that's fine too. You're donating as much as you can. Don't donate all your cash and stuff, but if you took care of your needs first, then
Do whatever makes you most comfortable.
Mhm.
Make sure that you are the one that's fine and safe, and then you can go ahead and splurge on other people if you want.
Right, right, right. Since we asked those questions, and how long have we been going for? I
About 36 minutes.
I think we could take a little quick break, like about 5 minutes. What do you think, dude?
Sure, I'm fine with that.
All right. All right, chat. We are gonna take a quick break. If you need something to drink, something to eat, if you gotta get up and stretch or use the dragon's bathroom, go right ahead. It will be a 5-minute break.
Can I use the little
Monkey's
monkey's
room.
room? Yeah.
Yeah, just give me a second.
They
There's a
always
5 minute.
misgender me as a monkey, well, misspecies, but it's the only one I can get.
All right. We're going to go ahead and take a quick 5-minute break, chat. And it may take me a while because, again, I'll be right back.
Alright.
I'm back.
Oh, cute little tail wag. Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, what do you mean, cute
Are
little
you
tail
giggling?
wag?
Oh, your emote.
Ah,
I heard
yeah.
you giggling about me talking about your child love emote.
Ugh, what am I gonna do with you? All
Emergency
right.
room.
Uh, Next question. Since we're back and I forgot to grab my water, but I'll go ahead and ask this one. Okay. How do you approach? Oh, I'm sorry, Faded. I have to do this, dude. I have to. I'm sorry. Oh, thank you, Faded. You are and welcome. You are now a Christian warrior. I had to. Okay, I had to.
I just had to because of this.
I know.
And then this is cute too.
Oh, anyways, how do you approach problem solving in your streaming career? Like with scuff or internet issues, that kind of ordeal. While you're answering that, I am going to get my drink real quick. I forgot it. Go ahead and answer it.
Honestly, it's one step at a time in research. I look up how to do things, and I want to ask around to people that I know to see if they have any advice. Just kind of take it one step at a time. And when it comes down to scuff, you're always going to have scuff. So just expect to at least be fixing at least one thing or two on the streams. Don't worry about scuff. People are there for it. They sometimes enjoy it, and
All
scuff is
right.
going to happen. So just take a deep breath and keep going. That's all it really is.
Mm-hmm.
Why are my dogs barking?
But yeah. And of course, the other thing is too, of course, with problem solving and streaming career for me is that when I have internet issues, I would let my community know. I'm like, please stay or stand by. Not like begging them to stay. I would say, if you're willing to stay, I will get everything back up, going, all that kind of ordeal. But yeah, but yeah, and of course, I basically try to fix it. But before I start streaming, I always do a test run, and streamers sometimes do test runs, some do, some don't. And I'm like, do a test run to make sure everything's working and all.
I try to, but there's certain things that slip through the cracks sometimes. So
Yeah.
sometimes I'll jump in the stream thinking that I have a screen on, and then suddenly I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I have to switch this.
All right.
Like, I'm supposed to be streaming this game. It's not even up. What the?
But yeah, also if you kind of think about it too and such, and I'm not kidding about this, but the other part is, well, you may have like internet problems if you're supposed to stream this day and the internet goes out or something happens. You're like, I'm sorry, I have to postpone because some people will stay, some people will be like, I'm following you, whatever. Hey, as another friend, and I'm not kidding about this, another friend saying, yeah, for us streamers and some content, we need to show some thicker skin because some people may come, some people may leave. Who knows?
Yes.
Mhm.
Honestly speaking, as streamers, we shouldn't really be looking at the numbers like that so much because it
Right.
creates undue stress unless you can actually handle that and not be offended by it.
Hmm. But if you're reaching like for certain follower goals, like when I had 300 followers, I did a giveaway and such, and people really liked that. Then I did another giveaway at 600 followers, and they got to collab with me. And for 1K followers, I did a giveaway of $100 gift card of Amazon, and people really enjoyed that, honestly.
Well, yeah.
Mhm.
Winning a prize is always something that's really awesome from people, and seeing streamers try to incorporate their chats is always fun.
Right, and I try to get people involved with a few things, like with some games, all that kind of stuff, or do.
Yeah.
But yeah, but another thing is too, of course, is that basically you have one friend in the community with you, and you're doing collabs and stuff. For stuff like that, I try to deal with it. Basically, people are DMing me, trying to talk to me. I'm like, dude, don't you see I'm in purple? I'm streaming, and they usually don't care, do they? They still want to chat and stuff.
Yes, that's very much true.
Mhm.
I tell them that if they don't stop, I'm gonna have to mute them until I'm done with the stream.
Right, and the other part is I had one person who was just a friend and all, and I'm not kidding about this, but basically we're playing a game and stuff, and then later they say, "Oh, you got this XYZ views." I'm like, "Please don't say that on the stream. Please do not." And you know, it's just like, and I had to tell them about that, and that was the first strike they had. Then the second time was basically me and a friend. We're joking around, having fun, saying, "Oh, I will bite you," or "I'll bite you harder," just joking around. I said, "Bite me and I'll use a frying pan on you." And then another person, basically the friend, said, "Oh, I'll bite you and suck your, on your neck or whatever and anything." It's just like, no, that's a big no. And it ruined the mood. And I warned them again. And guess what happened? With my policy, it's like three strikes because it's baseball. Two strikes, the third one, you're out.
Yeah.
What about your rules for your Discord server and everything?
Um, I haven't had much issues with mine, luckily enough. But it's the same thing for me. I'll go ahead and warn people if they need it, as well as the fact that I do a three strike system as well. I
Mm-hmm.
have personal notes I can put on to people for that specific reason.
Mm-hmm.
And if I have to step in, that means you did something bad.
Right.
So the first one's a warning. The second one, I go ahead and tell you again. If you don't follow with that, then I also tell you that um, if you do not follow the rules and something else happens, you're gonna have to be regrettably taken out of the server.
Right.
Now, I've only
Right.
had to do that once so far in my time, which I'm
Mm-hmm.
very lucky, to be honest, for that.
But yeah. All right. Next question. As a streamer, could you share any lessons you learned from your failures and mistakes, as a streamer?
Yeah. Let's see. Honestly, it's to keep going. You may get minor setbacks, and you will fail if you stop. Don't let it take you down or upset
Right.
you. Because when you make mistakes and you get up and keep going, then you can only go forward. Even if you do take a step back, that's not stopping you, and that's not ending the whole thing. It's going forward so you can continue doing what you can and handle the future. Learn from your mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And even if it's the same mistake that you've happened before, try to make sure that you've learned from that one.
Right. Which is understandable and all.
Yeah,
But
the people are going to be there for you. You are going to still be streaming. If you are the one that ends up stopping, then that's when it all goes downhill. So
mm-hmm.
if you want to keep streaming and you want to keep going, get
Right.
yourself back up and get back in there.
Mm-hmm. Which is a fair point. And that's a really good advice. We just got to keep moving forward and all.
Yeah.
All
It may
right.
sound like an old adage, but it's not, it's one of the most truest facts in all life.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next question. How do you handle the negativity feedbacks of some people? Because let me put this as an example. I had a friend who was streaming and all, and someone said, "Oh, can you remove the deep voice thing?" It's like that's her real voice. You know, how would you handle a kind of a negativity feedback from the some of the viewers who are like toxic or being a little gremlin? How would you handle that?
I've had to deal with it a few times, and right now what you're hearing is my normal natural voice.
Hmm.
I generally go on a higher voice when I'm talking to most people just because of being uncomfortable and just how I grew up. But when it comes down to for handling negative feedback, I either listen and see if it's constructive feedback, or I just don't care. You will
Right.
always have people that are negative to you. You shouldn't let them take you down.
And if you kind of think about it, with the people that's been negative, if they post something negative like on TikTok, Twitch, yeah, name it or whatever,
Yeah,
don't give in to them, honestly. Do not give it into them because you know why? It'll be like
what is
a
that?
witch hunt, you
Mhm.
know, because basically, and this is true and everything, but this is true. But if you give them what they want and stuff, the witch hunt will be continuing. And plus, you're just throwing more stuff in the pot and all. But
Actually,
yeah.
kind of a funny one I could show you right now even.
Oh,
Um, this reactive right here, people constantly called it an alpaca, even though it's supposed to be a fluffy werewolf.
oh, I bet it looks cute.
And I play along sometimes a little bit here and there. I'm like, no, I'm not, and blah blah. But if it ever gets serious, then that's when I give people warnings.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna go with the next question. All right. Who motivates you to keep pushing forward in your career? Who motivates you?
Indirectly, Zine does. In fact, he was one of the reasons why I ended up coming out of my depression because he gave some advice that stuck to me.
Mm-hmm.
But also, well, in general, it's just people, my friends, my stargazers that I call my community.
That's what was your
As
next question, number 15. I was gonna ask you that. So we can skip 15 because I was gonna say, what do you call your community? But you already answered that for me.
well, I
But
can also explain how
yeah,
why I call them that.
but we can wait for that one. Right now we're on number 14.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I do like hanging out and playing games and making people smile and laugh.
Mm-hmm.
So if what keeps me going and going forward in my career is the fact that I'm having fun, I'm enjoying my time, and I've gotten plenty of advice as well as stories that I'll always forever remember. And if I can even do that even once for another person, I'm happy.
Right. But yeah, and again, it's just, I have this one friend, and some may know him, some may not, but his name is, well, there's two. Okay, there's two of them, and they're like brothers to me. Well, kind of like bodyguards almost, but big brothers.
Yeah.
One is the Stars Tide, who I call the stinky starfish if he's here. Yeah, but he calls me emergency food. And of course, another one is Elia Kalua.
Ooh,
Yeah, he I'll explain about those two, but the Stars Tide, he's like a ghost pirate and all, which if I could do this right,
I believe in you.
if I could spell his name right.
If not, you'll have nibbles at your tail.
There we go. But
Ah,
yeah.
motivation.
But yeah, this is the stinky starfish who I bully half the time. And Guru, oh, there it goes.
Oh, lucky I like you. God damn it. I take it back. I don't like you. I don't like you anymore. You've lost liking privileges.
Oh, I have an ring clip too.
Yeah, but that's the stinky starfish. And basically him and like I said, another friend, which is Elia Kalua. I am gonna give him a shout out too. Give me a moment.
Mistakes will be
He
dealt with nibbles.
he's another very good friend. But these two inspired me be a streamer along with a few other friends as well too. But here's a shout out.
That's awesome.
Nice. Oh, baby. What?
But
Ah! Hold on a second. Wait, what are you doing there?
I love
You will
Doom
not
Lingo
hear
too.
that.
but yeah, right now he is hosting my community event because it was supposed to be Fearful Fridays today, but that's fine, he's hosting it and all for me.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anywho, like I was saying, is those two keep me going forward because for what's been happening and everything else with the neck of the woods on my end, again, they've been pushing me forward, and of course we were playing Tears of Nowhere. It's a really fun game, which my community has seen. And speaking of community, again, if you guys want to join, it is VRC. Right now is 17. All you have to do is hit exclamation VRC. It's free to play, free to join. You don't need a headset. If you can play on PC and everything else, you're more than welcome to. All that. And of course, we're getting to the new year. Everything's going to be updated, new starting stream, new other stuff, all that kind of stuff,
Oh
you know.
yeah.
hmm And of course, we're getting a new Discord server thanks to my mods been helping me.
Get them upgrades, girl.
And of course, the second we're gonna be playing Fearful Fridays, everything may be changed and stuff. Some may look the same, some may be changed. Who knows?
It's kind of like trying on different clothes when you do new models. It's interesting.
Right, right. And trust me, it costs an arm and a leg. And I
It
still
really
want to get
does.
I still want to get a background music and all for my and when I'm just doing chatting or whatever. But yeah, but again, basically, when we were playing the game Tears of Nowhere and such, he said he wanted to see me. He basically wanted to see me succeed, and he's proud of me for how far I have gotten. And everything.
Hell yeah.
hmm And now we go to number 15. All right. What do you call your community?
It's actually kind of funny because I do call them my stargazers. As we all look into the stars and enjoy some R&R, I also call other streamers stars. So that's why I
Okay.
actually call them stargazers. Because we go in this vast world to go ahead and enjoy some time with each other. And then when their time with me is up, I send them to another star.
What about the zodiac stargazers?
The Zodiac stargazers?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Because I mean,
Um,
think about it. With your PNG stuff, like the one that you had custom made and everything, it
yeah.
kind of looks like like the galaxy of each zodiac. If you think about it.
Actually, if you pay attention to the little details in my little models,
hmm
you'll see Sagittarius.
Right. And sometimes
That
they have like
is my birth
the
sign.
right. And you see what I mean? Some of the stars, if you connect them together and stuff, you'll see like a Capricorn, a Sagittarius, a Scorpio, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
And of course, they're like gazing in the stars. So basically, what I said. And what do you think of that?
I think it's actually pretty awesome, to be
hmm
honest.
Right.
Because anybody that's a stargazer that comes out and sees any of us, because you will find people that are very much like this.
hmm
You will find your own stars to go ahead and watch.
Right. Basically, like the birth month, like the zodiacs.
Yeah,
hmm But yeah, there's mostly different types of zodiac because the ones in the stars, the ones on the calendar of the Chinese New Year's, all that.
I'm a horse archer or a sneak.
hmm For myself, in the beginning, they were just warriors and adventurers and all because the adventurers are non-streamers, the warriors are streamers. But then someone in my community in the past basically said, "Well, if your group is called Crystariums, why don't you make it Crystarium Warriors?" And I'm like, that's not a bad idea.
It
And
is.
that's what happened. They became the Crystarium Warriors.
I absolutely love that. That's awesome.
hmm But yeah. And of course, the other part is that since my theme is, Final Fantasy related, and I used to play Final Fantasy 14 and all, there's a story behind it. It's because of so many updates and all. And I was like, no. And I had to install it. I'm like, seven hells. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm currently playing through it myself.
And it has so many updates, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, but I handle the updates pretty well.
Mine doesn't anymore. It used to be handling it very well and stuff, but after 7.2 and then 7.3, it was like, nope, not going to work for you. And I couldn't stream or play other games and stuff with friendzos and everything.
Aw,
Mm-hmm. So yeah. So if I get a new PC and everything, we're good.
get those
All right.
upgrades, girl.
All right. All right. Next question. What is your approaching to setting goals? Like what goals do you want and all?
Well, I give myself a target to go forward with, one step at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes getting distracted along the way, but I'll keep going forward until it's reached.
Right.
And
For
I like to try to do somewhat believable, if not hard to reach goals.
right.
Yeah. That way it keeps me motivated to keep going forward and see myself go that little extra distance every single time.
Mm-hmm. For me, I try to set some goals and stuff, and usually when I try to reach for the goal, it's like, oh, there's a new goal I want to do, and the new one, it's like, you know how Peter Griffin would always say, "Ooh, piece of candy, ooh, piece of candy," or I think it was Peter Griffin. I don't know, but you get what I mean.
It,
Is
yes, actually, I do remember that one. It is Peter
yeah,
Griffin.
yeah. But again, it's just that I'm trying to reach some certain goals and stuff. We already got my model completely paid off. The only thing I
Hell yeah.
want is basically get background music, which costs like about almost $800, and another one is about 120.
Yeah, it's an arm and a leg no matter which way you go.
Yeah. And of course get more artwork of my character and probably with friendos and everything. Again, I'm trying to reach for the goal to get, money to basically get some background music before my birthday and the debut and do a debut music.
Just start learning alchemy and become Alphonse Elric.
No.
Lose that arm and a leg and you'll get there.
No.
What?
The
You'll be
answer
giving your
is
friends
no.
emergency food.
No.
But
Ugh.
you're so sweet.
I will bite you. Even though I'm a sweet chai, I could be dirty sometimes. Okay, out of context, out of context. I'm meaning basically I'm shutting up on that part before I put
Would
my foot in my mouth.
that be
Honestly.
tasty?
Oh, hey. No one clipped that. I'm digging myself a bigger grave here. Anyways, next question, okay?
I'm more than happy to add some more.
All right. How have you stayed organized before or just go with the flow? That's a question.
I do a bit of both, but I mostly go with the flow. I'm very easygoing, and I generally just kind of like, hey, somebody calls over to me, and I'll be like, yeah, sure, why not?
All right. But yeah, for me, I try to stay organized and stuff. And I was in a call with a few friends, and one of them basically said, "Oh, I noticed that that you take a break a month for each stream and stuff." Yeah, you know. But again, I just try to take it easy. I want to spend time with my friends and all that stuff. And basically, I do it like, well, for interviews and stuff once a month, collabs. I try to get organized and everything to see who wants to do collabs in their future with me and everything. But we have to talk what games we have.
Yeah,
But yeah, but again, it's just organization.
I gotta learn how to do the VR stuff and be able to do VR streaming.
Yeah.
That would be a lot of fun.
Oh, it is. Just depending on who the content is with and everything.
True.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Next question. Do you have any future projects coming up? Yes or no?
Unfortunately, not right now, but I will be working on getting an upgrade on my setup, as well as getting into Live 2D or even 3D.
Mm,
Currently, my main goal is to get myself back up and running again because
mhm.
I did take a pretty decent hiatus because of relationship issues.
Right, right.
Yes.
But yeah. For me, like I said, I want to get the background music. Again, it would cost like $120 plus tax,
Yeah.
and all.
There's actually
Uh,
quite a few good songs in Ko-Fi if you actually want to take a look.
yeah, but again, I want something that's kind of like Final Fantasy 14 theme related and a little bit of more my vibe.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but and of course we already have like my model paid off completely and everything else. But oh, before I forget, December 13th, I'm not kidding about this. December 13th, we're going to have a charity event for St. Jude's. It's going to be VTubers versus VTubers with Soul Calibur 6 and all.
Ah.
Mhm. And that is going to be happening. And I'm not kidding about this, but it is going to be happening at 8:30 p.m. EST till midnight.
Ooh.
Yeah. And again, this is going to be like VTubers versus VTubers, but it's NPC versus NPC kind of ordeal.
Yeah.
Hmm. But yeah. What else is there? That's all I could think of about that one for upcoming projects and such. But yeah, and the another one I want to do is go to TwitchCon to see all my friends. But yeah. And I heard people saying TwitchCon could be fun and everything, but again, I'll have to wait and see.
Mm,
Yeah.
you're gonna get that con flu.
I've been to cosplay conventions and all, and another project is, uh, and I am not kidding about this, but another friend of mine said, "Hey, maybe we could do a bacon stream." I'm like, "Yeah, I have to get a laptop first."
Fair
You know
enough.
why? You know why?
Yeah.
Yeah. What else is there? But yeah. Goodness gracious. What else is there? Okay. Next question. What do you think of working with another streamer or with a group of streamers?
That one's always an interesting question. I don't mind at all, but I do have reservations depending on who it is.
Right.
You got to be cautious no matter who you are interacting with, after all.
Okay, with the question where it says another streamer, basically it's just between you two. What would you think of working with just you and that one person who's streaming together? It's just between you two, nobody else but you two.
Which is completely fine. I actually did that for a little while myself.
Okay, okay.
Um, yeah, I'm more than happy to do things with just one other streamer or go into big groups of them. For me, it's not a matter of joining the group, it's a matter of having fun with the people. Now, if I can find out that they're trustworthy or they're people that I can at least know what they're about, then I can go ahead and put my reservations down and be much more open to that fact
Hmm.
of joining them and being okay with being in groups.
Yeah, fair, fair. Or unless you know the streamer for quite some time or whatever, then they do like community night. Would you be okay streaming with them as well?
Oh yeah, when it comes down to most streamers and collabs, um, I'm more than happy to do that. I've done it on many occasion, and that's more or less just streamers reaching out to each other and saying, "Hey, would you like to do this?" Or
Hmm.
even their mods doing it for them.
Right. And some people have like managers or co-hosts, helping them out and everything.
Exactly.
Mhm.
I'm more than happy to do that kind of stuff. I'm open for that stuff all the time.
Which is fair. And of course, for myself, I try to do it with people I know and trust, like with other streamers, just one on one sometimes, or with friendos that I known for quite some time and everything.
Yes.
But yeah, and I go with my comfort, steady state, and everything else. You know. But yeah. So, and if it's somebody I followed for about a year or two and they're having community night, I would be like, still give it into thought and everything. But again, it's just mostly where it's if I know the person like for a few months, I'm like, I don't know. We just met, and it's just because I'm hesitant. I'm still trying to get to know the person and watch their streams and see what their vibes is. but
Yes.
but yeah, and the other thing is too, of course, if somebody invites me, I'll be like, okay, I'll give it a try, that kind of stuff or whatever. But if they basically the thing is, if I invite people, it's kind of a hit and miss. But if people invite me or they invite themselves to me or whatever, you get what I'm saying, right?
Yes.
But yeah, and it's kind of like a measurement scale right there. You don't know if it's gonna work out and stuff. But again, I try to get to know the person and basically not study them, but basically see how they act, how they vibe, how they treat their community, all that kind of stuff. That kind of thing.
I mean, that's completely fair, to be honest. It's
Right?
just trying to figure out who the person is and they see if you like their way they do things and handle things, their content, and their interactions.
Mhm.
And then after that, you can see if they'll meld and mesh with you for the future.
Right. And at first, basically, if it's a person you're starting to know a little bit, sure, you may be shy and everything, and you're still trying to get to know the person or whatever and such. But then later, if you slowly start opening up, because, it's like the old saying, never judge a book by its cover. And what I add
Exactly.
is, yeah, and what I add is basically read a few chapters because it may be good, it may be bad, who knows?
I do the same thing with anime. I do like 3 episodes.
Right. And if it's something you like, then sometimes even if it's the suckiest show of all and everything else, then you're like thinking, okay, after 3 shows, I'm gonna stop. But then later on, after 3 shows, you're like, the tense is killing me. It's kind of like when you're playing Final Fantasy 14. You play ARR and you're like, oh my god, the content here is so bad and everything. It's just, and I always tell people, just keep pushing through, just keep pushing through. And even some people will say it, just keep going, keep going. You're almost there. You're almost there.
Believe me, I'm near the end of AAR. I know.
Yeah. And when you get to the next expansion, it gets so much better. It does. Honestly. But yeah. And again, it gets so much better. Uh all right. Last question. Do you plan on streaming more in the near future or taking a break from streaming like graduation?
I never really plan on graduating, to be honest. But when it comes down to streaming more in the future, of course I do. In fact, I just got back from my break, and I'm planning on doing it a lot more. Right now, I'm streaming werewolves in Assassin's Creed games.
Nice.
Yeah,
But
I'm having a
yeah.
lot of fun with Earthblood. It's great fun being a werewolf character that actually feels like a real werewolf instead of a cat man.
Oh, Skyrim.
That one makes you feel like a cat man that
Well, if you
howls.
kind of think about it, you had either two options. You could go be a vampire or a werewolf, you know?
I've done both, honestly.
Same. I prefer the werewolf than the vampires because the vampires, they can't go out during the day and that gets suspicion rise.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and you can only do it at night and stuff. But with a werewolf, no questions asked, you know?
and then once you get the ring, you can do it anytime you want. It's great.
Mhm. But yeah. Uh I think that's the end of our questions, all 20 of them.
Yeah.
Is there any questions you want to ask me? I will do my best to answer.
Mm, does your tail taste like strawberries?
Oh, ha ha ha.
Why? You're just so sweet and cute.
Even though I'm 5'2", I will bite you.
That's fine because I'm quite a bit taller than that.
I swear by the 7 hells
You'll
or the
be biting like near
12s.
my arm and elbow.
Oh, I can already imagine one of my friends basically jumping in and saying, "There's 9, there's 7," and we'd be going back and forth saying there's 9, 7, 9. I'm like, dude, and 14, there's 7. And if you kind of think about it, in real life, there is a 7, which is kind of true, you know? But yeah. Ugh. But
I'd love the
chat,
fun.
yeah, but chat, if you have any questions to ask, if they didn't hear anything at all, it's just about 500 aetheryte crystals. Again, any questions fine, but it has to be safe for work.
Which is always beneficial. I'm currently an 18 plus streamer, but for Chat Halfling here, we would prefer to be safe for work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even though some of my friends say I do the sussiest things of all, I'm like, hey, if it feels good, it feels good. I mean,
That
like
statement
getting your
right
back
there,
popped. I mean, getting your back popped. Okay.
that statement right there is sussy as hell.
You know what I mean, dude? Oh my god. Uh, I swear. But anyways, here are my socials, of course, of the old Safe Haven Crystarium, if you like to join. And there is my Blue Skies if you want to follow it to keep up to date what's going on, who I'm going to be streaming with, who I'm interviewing, who I'm collabing with. If you want to see some funny videos, there is YouTube, of course. And if you have VR chat, which is 17 until next year, going to be 18 plus and everything. And again, this is going to be all fixed up. And some of my streams, even though it doesn't say 18, because, but it will say 18 of view about me and everything. But if it's a rated PG 13 game or a rated T for teens, I won't make it 18 plus. But like Phasmophobia, Demonologist, any type of scary games, I make it 18 plus for safety reasons.
Fair.
Yeah. But again, if we find you underage and all, I'm sorry, but there's the door. But anyways, thank you, Fayden, for joining me so much. I had a great time learning more about you and learning about your, well, I would say Zodiac Star Watchers.
My stargazers, yeah.
Yeah, your stargazers. I think you like that new name, the Zodiac Stargazers, huh?
Oh, it's definitely interesting. I like it a lot. The one I had before was like Stargazer Wardens. Like they'd
Wait a
just be
minute,
like
wait
my
a minute, wait
Star
a minute, wait a
Wardens.
minute. I don't know if anybody has this one. But what about the Zodiac Wonders?
Zodiac Wonders.
Yeah.
That would be more interesting if I was actually sticking with the Zodiac part.
It's just an
That
idea,
would be
dude.
interesting.
You
No, I
know.
like it. I'm a stargazer, so it's pretty easy to go ahead and incorporate
Mhm. But yeah.
it.
Of course, I know I rated him a few times and all, but if you want to, we could go raid my dear friend and everything, because right now he is playing VR chat and his group is 18 plus, and he's hosting my community tonight because I gave him the reins and everything.
Nice.
Mhm. But yeah, and you're more welcome to join, or we could go invade to a doctor and everything else, because he is playing Moon of Madness.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
You know what? We're gonna go right into that, sweet bean. But yes, here is the first raid message. Of course, don't forget to copy that, guys. Do not forget to copy that. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and raid to, as he hates to be called, handsome plague doctor and stuff.
I
But yeah,
got
okay,
ammo now.
yeah. But anyways, thank you guys for joining me so much, and again, thank you for joining me as well too. All right.
Of course, I'm more than happy to, and this was a lot of fun.
It was. We probably have to collab sometime in the near future.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Give me a second.
Why not left?
Huh?
You said right.
Yeah, I said right, and you.
Why
God
not
damn
left?
it! You little. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and raid to this handsome boy. And Wiz, you are fine. You are fine, dude. You are fine. We just got done with the interview, but if you want to check him out and all, uh, I don't have it up, but I will soon later on in the near future to have it ready and everything. Okay. But yes. So, anyways, my dear friends. So next time we'll continue our story. And may the light be with you. Goodbye.
Bye.